Lakeview Interactive presents Fungus, because it's fungus. Let's say it's fun among us, right? And unity. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Culina, Hands in the Kitchen. Now again, this is a early build of it. That's all fine. This is in beta, I believe. They gave me a little bit of an early look at it. Again, if those of you who don't remember, and again, it was 2 years ago, so who knows who was still there 2 years ago. This I originally played on the Ouya. It was Culina, The Spirit of Cooking, which was kind of a prequel, not prequel, because prequels. Anyways, it was the start to the story, and it was kind of a demo. Anyways, that was on the Ouya, and these guys got funded originally with the Free the Fun games on Ouya, but of course, sadly that fell through, so they did have a little bit of difficulty getting the game out. So, all that aside, I will have the links down below if you want to try it for yourself. That's a weird thing to actually. Anyways, let's play the game. Again, I just want to do a quick play. I don't even know if I'm allowed to show it really, since it's again in beta still. So, but this will be available full on Steam. Chris, how about Otaku, last name of the Funk. Continue. I open the door. It's kind of eerie that this whole place is mine. To distract, well, there's an achievement down there, isn't there? Anyways, to distract myself from it all, the potential problems, I start to tidy the room. Is the text you're reading too big? Wish the window were wider, customized? Yeah, okay, and everything's fine. It's not like we're opening for business today, but it's probably a good idea to neaten the place up for good first impressions. While I can't put it off any longer, I flip the lock and put up a paper in the window, now hiring. And it says interviewing today. I hope that everything comes on time, but not everyone does. The first interview is 20 minutes late and everything is getting thrown off schedule. The fourth person didn't even show up, so it evened out. I have a couple of maybes and a couple of hells no. You don't know. You do know that this is a vegan restaurant, right? Oh, I didn't see that revealing anything. But you just said that you refuse to cook anything that has meat in it. I can't hire you if you only prepare a oh, wait a minute. This isn't a vegan. Hold on. Alt, is it? This isn't a vegan. Yeah, this isn't a vegan restaurant. Excuse me. Prepare a third of the dishes, if that. Then I think we're done here, sir. I said good day. He grabs his folder from me and storms off. Jeez, sensitive much? But really, did he even read the hiring specifics? Tough interview, huh? Oh, hey, they animated the sprites. Cool. I look up and see a girl around my age, maybe a little older or younger. Age is just a number. I mean, age is so hard to figure out. She's a side ponytail and a bright, bright smile. Lovely, deep chocolate brown eyes. Again, it's a running joke from the last one. And you are? Kathy Ryder. But my friends call me Katie. I'm here for the interview. I'm kind of early, but I guess that worked out for me. Her smile is huge. Just, no, don't say it. I like a timetable. I look at a timetable that I think thankfully make an advanced waitress. They haven't been too many of those applicants. Be friendly, be professional. There's no third option to be, no. All right, be friendly. You're very fortunate, Miss Ryder. Please have a seat. No need to be so formal. Call me Katie. Well, let's see how the interview goes. You might not want to call me friend when it's all done. I'm joking, of course. Luckily, Katie seems to get that, or she's humoring me. She grins at me and laughs a little. Great. A potential boss with a sense of humor. I love it. Let's get. Katie's eyes are particularly glowing in her good mood. She has a nice bright smile too, but both very good qualities for a server. Hopefully, she has the experience to back it up. we zoom in, enhance, focus. Anyways, I figured it's probably best just to get to the point of the interview. So many inappropriate jokes to make here. Let's not make any of them. So, you left a number for your latest job position. If I called her, how would your former boss describe your work? Well, Mrs. Johnson would probably say that I'm a hard worker and that she was very sorry she had to let me go. You listed laid off as your reason for leaving your last job. You mind giving me any of the deets on that? Not at all. You see, Mrs. Johnson was running her place with her son, and she ended up having to get surgery on her knee. Peter always wanted a chance to handle things on his own, so she left him in charge, unsupervised, for a month. Problem is, Peter has no idea how to crunch numbers, and he nearly ran the place into the ground. When she got back, she practically had to gut the place and get any money coming in. To get any money coming in, they had to lay off some of the staff, and I volunteered to go. Whoa, we backed away. You volunteered to leave your job? Were you unhappy with it? Oh, no way. It was just Lisa's husband left her alone with her 2 kids. Mark, old car, family died, and he had to get a new one. Sadie has been with the place since it opened. Oh, I see. You're all the other people, and you're the one. Okay. I get it. That sounds like a rough situation to be in. Yes, like your reading skills. I mean, yes, it was so bad up until the last week when I started running out of cash. I saved up for emergencies. Katie bit her lip and broke eye contact with me. I didn't think she meant that to sound so desperate plea for work, nor did I get the impression that she was thinking about what she said it sounded. Oh, look, she actually is looking up. Hi, you see my hand up here? Now follow it over here. Over here. Follow the bouncing. So I just love the music. Anyways, don't worry. The worry that was etched in her expression seemed to conflict with the confidence the more she had previously. She quickly made eye contact with me and smiled. Aww, cute. Anyways, I really like your place. It's smaller than Mrs. Johnson's was, but it feels nice. Like I just found something special tucked away in a little box that was previously lost in the corner full of junk. Are you saying my place is a junk heap? The kind of, again, beta. The kind of place that people stumble across and make it their place. They can keep coming back and they keep making crazy, happy memories. At Mrs. Johnson's, there was one couple that came in every weekend at the same time. I'd been drinking, depressed, really. Miss Johnson would always come out and chat with them and offer them free dessert. Sadie said it was because they were the first couple to ever propose in her restaurant, and they used to only come in for rarely special occasions. It didn't become a regular thing until the oldest son got shipped off to war and then went MIA. Just think, at a time like that, they came to Mrs. Johnson's place for comfort, and Mrs. Johnson remembered them and made them feel real special. Then they kept coming back. One day they felt comfortable enough to tell the story to Sadie. I bet this place will have all kinds of moments like that. I was a little stunned by Katie's story, but even more so with the gentle passion in which she told it. If I didn't hire this girl, I'd be crazy. Don't hire. I'm not hiring her because I'm crazy. But then I realized I really shouldn't let myself get swept into a nice story. I held back the urge to tell her she was hired right away. Now, about you're hired! Oh, damn it! I failed. I sincerely hope so. I'm also afraid your time is up. Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I ramble. I hope I didn't bore you. No, not at all. It was very informative. I stood up, shook Katie's hand before watching her gently, gathering her things. Watching her gathered. I gathered her, threw out the door. Don't come back! Anyways, gathered her things and slowly leave. And I watched her leave very slowly. I'm a pervert. Anyways, I stretched before, I don't know why I do visual novels so much. I love them, but man, my voice goes after a while. At least I haven't done any strange voices yet. I stretched before walking over to the door and flipping the lock. Man, what a long day. There was absolutely no luck at all in the chef department. Interview day 2 rather, better go well. I don't want to set up interview day number 3. Some pretty interesting people came to the restaurant today. Some were on the crazy side, like that vegan. Others were kind of blah, like that nice college kid with no experience. It's kind of weird to call them kids considering I just graduated, but there's already a feeling of us and them. Life hits you fast. I was once a young college kid. I had hair, glorious hair. Anyways, yeah, by the way, if I haven't mentioned this, again, the previous video was a prologue. That's the word I'm looking for. We were a college kid in culinary school, fell in love, fell apart, and so this, I'm assuming, who we are now is that continuation of that kid. So, depending on how tomorrow goes, I'll probably hire Katie. She has a good credentials, takes a real joy in serving, has a nice personality, and is, well, kind of cute. I feel a little skeevy for thinking about that, but a nice, attractive waitress would be a great draw to the restaurant. Maid Cafe. That's all I'm saying. Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out in tomorrow's interviews. Damn it! I was so worried about the interviews that I couldn't sleep last night. Don't be late, Otaku. Don't be late. Such chipper music. All my hopes and dreams are being dashed. Ah! Anyways, my heart was rushing more than I realized as I haphazardly dashed through the back entrance, through the kitchen, and into the main dining area, flipping the switch the whole way. I gracefully, hold on. Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-bum. There we go. Just a little bit down. I like the music, but that was a bit loud. And then again, my record setup doesn't let me control volume manually, so I have to do it that way. Anyways, I gracefully lost my balance, making a U-turn from the dining area back towards the kitchen where my office was waiting for me. Hit my head and died. The end. Fade to black. I ended up jumping on one foot as I tried not to fall, and luckily I managed to get to the door frame before I fell on my ass. I took a breath, and practically leaped over to my office, flung open the drawers of my cheap metal desk. I figured out what it was when I... Sorry, minor heart attack. Again, I'm drinking. It's bad times all around. I figured out what it was when I tried to close it again after I got the resume out. I bent down and tried to force it closed with a little success. I'm back, sorry, quick break there. The 2 knocks on the frame of my open office door would have gone unnoticed from the noise of me trying to jam the stubborn thing back when it was where it belonged, but the tall figure also in the door frame was very noticeable. I tried one last time to close the drawer only to have it not comply, but comply so fast that I jammed my thumb in the process. Aye! A long string of expletive flew from my mouth, no doubting giving this stranger the best first impression of me. Son of a frickin'! Ah, you whore mother, holy mother of mayonnaise! God, my thumb! Oh, hi, how you doing? Sorry? I sucked the air through my teeth and put a grin and shook the pain out of my thumb the best I could. No problem. And rifled through the pile of papers I'd yanked out earlier. My eyes glared over the first name on the interview list. Dante Morete? Ha! Ha! Evil. Anyways. Yes, chef. I don't have a voice for him. I look at the time on my phone, the plane still throbbing in my hand. It wasn't going to go away anytime soon, so I might as well get used to ignoring it now. Great. Right on time. Sorry, I'm not. I laughed, but Mr. Moriarty didn't seem to appreciate the joke. I cleared my throat again and gestured towards the door. Leave! Only people who find me funny can work here. Anyways, I don't really have any extra chairs in my office, so I've been conducting the interview in the dining area. Nodded firmly and walked out. As I walked behind him, I couldn't help but really notice how tall he was. Well, if I hired him, at least I could use the tall shelves in the kitchen. Normally I make a joke about staring at, well, he does have a nice, well-defined, muscular chest, so let's just stare. His tallness was less apparent when we both sat down, but that was because he was sitting a bit slouched. I took another chance to clear my throat, shook some hands, and let's be professional. What type of food are you most comfortable cooking? Ramen! I grew up Italian, but I've been experimenting with my skills over these. Now, I grew up Italian. I give him a southern accent and he's Italian. Just talk normal. I grew up with an Italian, but I've been experimenting my skill set over the years. Mr. Morini was very precise with his answers. Deciding not to handle this professionally was probably the best call. Called it! So you flirt with the sexy ones, asking, "We're a fusion restaurant. Is that something you feel comfortable with?" I've been specializing in fusion. I especially enjoy adding Asian techniques and flavors. Asian is pretty versatile, they say. That way. I nodded and looked over his resume one more time. It was pretty lengthy, and I was really surprised someone with his credentials needed to look for a job. It says here you were once a sous chef at the Accra until 6 weeks ago. Is there any particular reason why you left? The head chef and I had conflicting views on how to treat the staff. So he was butting heads with his old boss. He seemed like a pretty serious guy. I wasn't sure if red flags should be going off in my head or not. You mind elaborating? I don't want to be disrespectful. That bad. Mr. Moriarty didn't answer me, but his shift uncomfortability and broke eye contact. But he shifted uncomfortably. Okay. I thought he was going to say his demeanor told me more than I needed to know. I decided not to press the matter. I sometimes read my own story, mainly because I've been drinking. Good whiskey. I still had more interviews to go, but I felt like I've already made my decision to hire him. Mainly because him and the other person are the ones we drew. Anyways. By the way, I'm just going to play this for a little bit longer. I want to get to some of the... Actually, I don't know if all the game mechanics are installed yet or not. So, in one word, boring. Today was mostly waitresses applications, but they weren't at all that interesting. Nothing that would draw customers and help add to the warm atmosphere I wanted to create. I get my own. It looks like Katie's in luck, and he's kind of scary, but Dante will definitely help keep me on track. So are we only hiring 2 people? I guess it is a small restaurant. It's good training anyways for dealing with those customers that don't know how to take a hint. And I could probably, get a good laugh out of him and his serious ways too. I'll call them tomorrow. I'm so glad that's done with. Maybe now I can get some gosh darn sleep. I stand up, stretch. I've done all the preparations I can for opening day by myself and prepared, and the paperwork is all set. It's time to buy the ingredients. Time to make the donuts. I did some research about places that, with good customer relationship, might sell close to wholesale. Okay, lucky for me, I already have a good customer relationship with the family of a produce stand. Again, flashback to the prologue. That was our friend in college. Or was it the girlfriend of our friend in college? No, it was a friend. Right, anyways. To travel between locations, you need to access to the map. Screen can be brought up by selecting the map icon on the right side of the screen. Ah, there, gotcha. You can change the selection by using the arrow keys, moving the mouse on the button, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Once on the map screen, click on the location that you'd like to travel to and you'll head there. So, nice and mellow, waking up, facing a new day. Got to go to the opening, got to make 'em pay for good food. Yeah, that was a bit forced. Okay. So we can go to our character center, and this is probably going to be our buddy from college. Hey! Buddy old pal, buddy old pal, hey! Are you still dating that girl? I parked my eyes, the one with the blue eyes and blonde hair. Yeah, she was a looker. Anyways, I parked my car. Yay! And yawning Paul. Morning, clap, clap. Anyways, Paul yawns again. Why are you so awake? Maybe I should get on this there. Why are you so awake? I laughed. My restaurant's opening in 2 days. I need to finalize the menu and pick a theme. If you're so tired, where, blah, blah, blah. Paul's family produced a stand, clap, clap. I got it. Popular, it's small, but they do well enough that they can price competitively. Plus, the produce here is really fresh because they set up shop a block away from the family farm. Paul frowns. My mother thought the fresh air would wake me up. Anyways, why bother with finalizing the menu? The restaurant should have consistency. Normally, yeah, but this isn't a normal restaurant. Just trial and error it, you bastard. Don't think too far ahead. That's why your girlfriend left you. Oh. What's the point of picking a menu if no one likes it? I nod. That makes sense, you bastard. Thanks. Paul smiles at me. No problem, you fecker. So, what can I help you with? I get out my cash and get ready to buy some ingredients. Okay, of course, we can't make recipes to sell. Hey, what are you doing here? Anyways, unless you have ingredients to make them. Visiting the shops around town will allow you to purchase ingredients for your use. For more than one person to buy your dish, you will need to make multiples of the same ingredients. For example, if you only buy one carrot and you make a dish using that carrot as ingredient, you will only have enough to stock to sell it to one customer. Being friends with a shopkeeper can help often better prices of goods. Do note that you may only use up one of each ingredient type, vegetable, meat, spice per recipe, so save money for going to other towns to shop. So, buy. Alright, so let's buy. Great choice, $2.30, okay. So I'm buying. How much money do I have? I just bought 3 of each. So now I have 4 of each. Let's get 5 of each. I have 5 of each? No, I don't have onions. Onions are very important, but I can only have 1. See, I would use onions and potatoes together all the time, but that's because of my heritage. Anyways, back. Alright, let's leave Paul to wake up. After I'm done, I get Paul's attention when he's finished helping me load my car. I go in for a kiss. Hey, Paul. Yeah? I know I'm going to buy my vegetables here. Of course you are, you bastard. Otherwise I'll kill ya. But I need to be able to buy other stuff too. Would you mind going over my list with me? Paul shrugs. Sure. What's on your list? I pull a small folded piece of paper out of my wallet. Well, there's this place called Spice of Life. It's run by Paul Atreides. That looks pretty good for specialty spices, but I really need a butcher that I can, and I can't decide on one. Paul is silent as he thinks. Well, Paul pauses. Despite the awful name, Spice of Life has a really good selection, and they carry the basic stuff too. The owner went to high school with me mum. Oh yeah? But I hear the new clerk is really straight-laced and formal, so I don't know about a discount. He grins. I know how much of a cheapskate you are, you bastard. I shove him in response. Whatever, I'll check it out. Maybe he or she isn't so bad. And a butcher? Paul shrugs. There's a deli about half a block from the cafe you used to go to all the time, but that's the only butcher I know nearby. I nodded him. The butcher there does a great job. Definitely recommend at least trying a sandwich. Perfect ratio of bread to meat and condiments, don't you know? Oh, and the secret sauce, I tell ya, it's to die for. I nod. Good to know. I get in the car and wave before heading back to the restaurant. Boom, 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 boom. Ha, ha, ha. Anyways, I finish unloading the produce just in time for lunch. I go and eat in my tiny place upstairs from the restaurant. This unit is usually really strangely built. I don't know how my mom found it. Well, I suppose I should check out the found it. Wait a minute. I don't know how my mom found it. The restaurant or the place upstairs? Anyway, well, I suppose I should check out the spice shop or head to the butcher. I grab an empty roll and round suitcase and start my next adventure. Going to get spice or meat. Either wise will be very neat. I don't know. Spice of life? After I'm done, I check my map for directions, spice of life, and decide to walk instead of driving since the place is close.